Sir, in our house, normally the budget speech is circulated even before the finance minister, speaks or concludes, which actually, sir, is not the tradition in the rest of the country. And also, sir, normally before I can reach to the budget estimates, already somewhere, pictures are clicked and sent in different places. So that also is not the appropriate process to be followed. And third point, sir, which is not that serious, but still I'd like to mention it, that once they get the speech, then nobody wants to listen to me speak, sir. So therefore, I thought it'd be better, sir, we follow the tradition that is followed by Parliament and by the rest of the assemblies, where the dignity of and the decorum of the speech is kept, and once the speech is read, it is then distributed to everybody. So that's the only point, Chairman, sir, I would like to make, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, with your permission, I rise to present the budget for financial year 2026-27. Sir, I am humbled to be standing in this august house and present my 9th consecutive budget. Each budget is not merely a statement of receipts and expenditure. It reflects the government's values, priorities, and our collective resolve. The ultimate goal of the government is to improve the well-being of each citizen, to put a smile on every person's face, and to ensure opportunities for every young person in the state. This budget can be enriched by this budget has been enriched by thousands of interactions I had with the citizens over the last few months through several CM Connect public hearings. The insights gained and decisions made in 3 cabinet retreats, where the entire cabinet and all the secretariat and field officials deliberate on the state's key challenges, have also shaped this budget. In these interactions, I sensed both appreciation and expectation. Many citizens expressed appreciation for the visible progress across sectors, and I remain deeply thankful for their trust and encouragement. At the same time, I heard their rising aspirations for better roads, improved schools, reliable water supply, uninterrupted electricity, and responsive service delivery. The expectations of the citizens are a sign of their confidence in the government. I want to assure this House and the people of Meghalaya that we are committed to meeting these growing aspirations. My interactions with mothers who benefited under the CM Safe Motherhood Scheme, farmers who received support from Focus and CM Farm Plus, entrepreneurs who have been incubated through Prime, community leaders who are our partners in development, have all shaped this budget. We also continued the tradition of conducting structured pre-budget consultations with citizens, traditional leaders, academicians, entrepreneurs, and civil society in the run-up to finalizing the budget. In 2022, I made a promise to the people of Meghalaya that we will make the period of 2022-2032 the Meghalayan decade. We set an ambitious target that by the time we celebrate 60 years of statehood in 2032, our gross state domestic product would grow threefold. In this decade, we will create high levels of growth, high quality infrastructure, and opportunities for all our citizens. I am very happy to report that our growth rates reflects steady and meaningful progress. Today, we are the second fastest growing state in India after Tamil Nadu, and the only state to sustain a real GSDP growth rate of nearly 10% for 3 consecutive years in the post-COVID period. Our year-on-year nominal GSDP growth has remained higher than the national average since 2021-22, standing at 12% in 2025 compared to India's 9.8%. I am thankful to the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji, for acknowledging Meghalaya's growth story in his message to us on Meghalaya Day. I quote, "The economic growth rate in the post-COVID years have been exemplary. At the same time, your government's fiscal management has been prudent. Your government's emphasis on fiscal sustainability is commendable." Unquote. In recent months, this confidence has been echoed by several union ministers who have visited Meghalaya and witnessed our progress firsthand. The Honorable Union Finance Minister and the Honorable Minister for Development of North-East region have appreciated the state's development model. Our growth momentum is rooted in the clearly laid out Vision 2032. Our aspiration is to place Meghalaya among the top 10 states in per capita income and sustainable development goals achievement by 2032. This vision is anchored in an actionable plan called Meghalaya Mission 10. The mission focuses on 10 opportunity sectors that will drive growth and employment, along with 10 commitments to ensure inclusivity. The results we see today are the outcome of disciplined public investment backed by prudent fiscal strategy. Meghalaya's capital expenditure has risen from 1,435 crores in 2017-18 to 6,395 crores in 2024-25, a 4.4-fold increase. This is enabled by better devolutions of the share of central taxes and leveraging strategic funding windows such as SASCI, externally aided projects, and centrally sponsored schemes. Meghalaya has emerged as a star performer under SASCI, a 50-year interest-free facility which is effectively a grant in present value terms for the state government. This grant, amounting to 2,370 crores in 2024 and 2,695 crores projected for 2025-26, has been deployed for benefiting our farmers, youth, and entrepreneurs. We are implementing 12,166 crores worth of externally aided projects, among the highest in the Northeast, under a 90-10 funding model, wherein 90% of the repayment is borne by the Government of India. At the same time, CSS releases have more than doubled from 2,965 crores in 2017-18 to 7,050 crores in 2023-24, accelerating delivery under flagship schemes such as Jal Jeevan Mission and PMAY. Together, these demonstrate that Meghalaya's growth momentum is powered by effective governance, strong absorptive capacity, and strategic utilization of national development instruments. Our borrowing remains well within the stringent limits prescribed by the Union government. Meghalaya may be small in size, but our aspirations are expansive and bold. With the momentum built over the past 8 years, we are now creating infrastructure that reflects the confidence of a rising state. From India's longest cantilever bridge at Maukodok en route to Sora, to the country's largest football stadium at Maukonu, some of the largest food processing units in the remotest parts and villages of Garo Hills, and the development of new Shillong city that will serve as the growth engine of the region. These are not isolated projects. These are symbols of an aspirational Meghalaya. In 2018, when we assumed office, Meghalaya did not have a single five-star hotel. Today, we have 2 operational five-star properties, 4 under construction, and 4 more in the pipeline to be completed by 2032. In a landmark event, Government of India's sole nomination for inscription on the UNESCO World Heritage List of 2026 is our living root bridge. Jinkinjri, cultural landscape. Our entrepreneurs, artists, and innovators are earning national and global recognition, representing Meghalaya at platforms such as World Expo in Osaka and the BioFact Trade Fair in Germany. We are demonstrating that each one of us, individually and Meghalaya as a collective, can accomplish greatness. We have addressed several long-standing structural challenges. Our maternal mortality has reduced by 58% and infant mortality rate from 37.1 to 23.7 since 2020. We have streamlined the payments of salaries, wages, and pensions to government employees, contractual workforce, and old age pensioners. The power sector has witnessed a decisive turnaround, with AT&C losses reduced from 37% to just 10.8%, and the elimination of scheduled load shedding. We have also resolved complex and long-pending teachers' salary issues, bringing stability to the education system. This transformative work is possible because of continuity in thinking and consistency in action. Meghalaya is witnessing an unprecedented period of peace and stability with the trust and support of our people. We have been able to deliver on our commitments and march steadily towards Vision 2032. I express my deep sense of gratitude to the people of Meghalaya for bestowing upon us the trust to run the government for the past 8 years, with 6 years still ahead of us to realize our Vision 2032. It is a time to consolidate and accelerate. We will work together, make Meghalaya truly magnificent. Meghalaya's GDP is projected at 76,320 crores for 2026-27, a growth of 13.1% from approved GSDP numbers of 59,626 crores for 2024-25. At this pace, we are certain to achieve our goal of 85,000 crores by 2028 and further reach 135,000 crores by 2032. So total estimated transfers from the center to Meghalaya are expected to rise from 21,229 crores in 2026-27, up from the revised estimate of 20,342 crores in the current year. However, the share of central taxes is projected to decrease to 9,631 crores in 2026-27 from 10,684 crores in the current year, owing to changes in the devolution formula recommended by the 16th Finance Commission. While this adjustment presents challenges, I remain confident that as the national economy continues to expand, the overall central tax pool will grow and our share will correspondingly strengthen in the years ahead. We are strengthening our own resource base. The state's own tax revenue has witnessed a significant surge, reaching 4,226 crores in the current year, almost a threefold increase from 1,450 crores in 2017-18. For 2026-27, I project the state's own tax revenue to reach 4,720 crores, comprising GST of 2,351 crores, taxes on sale and trade of 1,290 crores, and excise duties of 731 crores. State's own non-tax revenue collections have been inconsistent in recent years due to border trade disruptions with Bangladesh and the long transition towards scientific mining. However, the outlook is improving. 3 mining licenses have already been awarded and 20 more are at various stages of approval, Based on these developments, I project non-tax revenue to reach 634 crores in 2026-27. Taking into account projected receipts and revised devolution structure under the 16th Finance Commission, I estimate total expenditure for 2026-2027 at 32,023 crores. This is more than threefold increase in expenditure over the 9-year period, which is one of the highest growth rates in the country. Expenditure in 2017-18 was only 9,858 crores. Country's expenditure during the same period has increased by 2.5 times. The total expenditure of 32,023 crores comprises of 25,190 crores state expenditure and 6,833 crores of centrally sponsored schemes expenditure. Total revenue expenditure for the year is 21,812 crores and capital expenditure is 10,211 crores. Notably, the projected capital expenditure is a seven-fold increase from 2017-18 levels of 1,435 crores. I will now move on to the next part of my speech, deliberating on Meghalaya Mission 10, the 10 opportunities and the 10 commitments. Meghalaya will excel when every individual, our farmers, our women, our youth, has the opportunity to excel. As our great Khasi poet, U Sosotham had said, and I quote, Baro ubriu bastad, manobala banlen, la clem da play kalad, kumno unlight bankren, unquote, which broadly translates to every person is capable, no one can deny. But in the absence of opportunities, how will she speak to rise and fly? In this spirit, the government has identified 10 key opportunities that are driving growth and employment, and we are steadily harnessing each one of them. Agriculture and high-value horticulture. Farmers, rural entrepreneurs, and farmer collectives continue to serve as the backbone of Meghalaya. Over the years, a range of customized and targeted programs have been launched to address the unique challenges faced by our farmers. CM Farm Plus ensures long-term income security by expanding the area under high-value plantation crops such as black pepper, Ceylon cinnamon, cashew, coffee, and cocoa. Mission mode interventions across priority value chains, including Lakadong turmeric and ginger, enable farmers to increase production and productivity. Kisan credit cards beneficiaries who are prompt repayers get interest-free loan thanks to our interest subvention schemes. Over 71,000 farmers have been brought under crop insurance as the state government decided to pay their share of premium. Untied funds are being provided to producer groups under focus program to enable local solutions for various agricultural problems. Structured distress relief measures to broom, grass and areca nut farmers have been provided through CM Assure. All these programs in the last 8 years have benefited 1.8 lakh farmers. Incomes of approximately 15,000 households have more than doubled. In the last 3 years, 10 large processing facilities owned and managed by farmer cooperatives, known as prime hubs, have been operationalized across the state. In 2026-27, another 10 prime hubs will be operationalized, further strengthening decentralized value addition, and collective entrepreneurship. Our vision is bold: to process and export our pineapples, oranges, black pepper, Lakadong turmeric, and other produce of Meghalaya's farmers to premium markets around the world. An allocation of 30 crores is proposed to accelerate the setting up of these hubs. We are also prioritizing strategic interventions in high-value fruits and flowers to improve farmers' incomes. For instance, strawberry cultivation, which began in a limited number of villages, has expanded to over 250 villages. In the next financial year, we will introduce the sweeter Japanese Tochotome variety in Meghalaya. This will further strengthen our market position in strawberries and double the income of more than 4,000 strawberry growers. Under Floriculture Mission, average subsidy of 7 lakhs is being provided per beneficiary. Liliums and dendrobium grown in Meghalaya are now sold in markets of Delhi and Bengaluru. For the coming financial year, 60 crore is being proposed for strengthening value chain development in high-value fruits and floriculture. Organic agriculture practices remain a core strength of the state. We have set a target of bringing 1 lakh hectares under NPOP certified organic clusters by 2038. Building climate resilience, ensuring water security, and reducing drudgery remain central pillars of our agriculture strategy. For 2026-27, expanding irrigation and mechanization are our important priorities, for which I am allocating an amount of 60 crores. The long-pending demand for the establishment of colleges in agriculture and allied sectors will be taken up in the next financial year. The Agriculture and Horticulture College will be set up in William Nagar, East Karo Hills. Colleges for veterinary, livestock and fishery will be located in other regions of the state to ensure balanced regional development. I am proposing a total allocation of 664 crores for the agriculture sector in 2026-27. Animal husbandry and livestock. Animal husbandry continues to strengthen the rural economy. This year, we achieved a 20% reduction in major livestock disease outbreaks from last year through aggressive vaccination drives. Rapid response teams in all districts have contained threats like African swine fever, supported by an upgraded state disease diagnostic laboratory. We are also advancing firmly towards a rabies-free Meghalaya by 2030 through coordinated vaccination campaigns for pets and stray dogs. Access to veterinary services has expanded through 7 mobile veterinary units deployed across 6 districts. To boost productivity, the state is scaling up livestock entrepreneurship under CM Elevate by providing subsidies and credit support across piggery, poultry, goatery, and dairy sections. About 2,000 entrepreneurs have been supported with 50% credit-linked subsidy. Risk protection has been strengthened with free insurance for 25,000 pigs. A total amount of 247 crores is being allocated to veterinary sector in 2026-27. The fishery sector will continue to be prioritized. Fish farmers will also be provided with subsidy under the CM Elevate scheme for 2026-27. I am allocating an amount of 130 crores for the sector in 2026-27. Tourism, arts, culture and heritage. Tourism in Meghalaya is no longer seasonal. It is stable, structured, and creates scalable employment. Before the pandemic, we welcomed around 12 lakh tourist visitors. Today, we have crossed 16 lakh visitors, firmly establishing Meghalaya as one of the fastest growing tourism destinations in the country. More importantly, tourism-linked livelihoods have grown from about 50,000 in 2022 to nearly 75,000 today. Room inventory has expanded from 6,000 rooms to over 10,000 rooms. For the next financial year, the focus will be on creation and upgradation of 1,000 homestays under the Chief Minister's Meghalaya Homestay Mission. New homestays will be supported with a subsidy of 7 lakhs. Upgradation of existing ones will be supported with a grant of up to 2 lakhs. And large boutique homestays with a subsidy of up to 36 lakhs. For accelerated implementation under the mission this year, I propose an allocation of 70 crores. Work is progressing on iconic tourist projects such as Shillong Peak Ropeway, Rain and Bamboo Museum at Mausanram, Integrated Hospitality and Convention Center at Tura, and Umngot Riverfront Development at Dauki. In the next financial year, larger and more ambitious projects will be initiated. An iconic monolithic towers complex soaring high at 123 meters with a glass bridge at 70 meters commanding a panoramic view of New Shillong City, new accommodation units at Warichora, South Garo Hills, at Adokri, North Garo Hills, and at Lumdingye, East Khasi Hills, and experiential centers at Walingkhat, East Khasi Hills, and Umden, Ribhoy. We will initiate the construction of 7 modern convention centers at Nongpo, Williamnagar, Resubelpara, Mairang, Mokurwat, Nongstoin, and Clariat in 2026, for which I am allocating an amount of 30 crores. So the core of Meghalaya's tourism is our communities and entrepreneurs. They are supported through tourism vehicle schemes, community-led tourism infrastructure, tourism buddy programs, and hospitality scholarships. Each of these investments serves one purpose: to increase the length of stay and deepen local spending. When tourists stay longer, more families earn. For tourism infrastructure, destination development, and community tourism, I propose an allocation of 162 crores. Sir, in line with the Honorable Prime Minister's call to develop global standard destinations, Meghalaya is now progressing to the next level. We have identified Umiam, Sora, Dauki Shnongpadeng, and Nokrek for transformation into global scale destinations. We will invest 100 crores in each of these destinations in the next 2 years. To promote research in areas of arts and culture, heritage studies, indigenous communities, land, language and lineage, and evaluation studies, the Chief Minister's research grant has already empowered 48 scholars. Our conservation efforts have resulted in the scientific archiving of over 14,000 historic records, preserving knowledge for generations. Next year, we will scale our ambitions, and 75 scholars will be supported and sent to Vietnam, Cambodia, and Tibet to trace our ancestral heritage. The overall allocation for the tourism, art, and culture sectors will stand at 376 crores, an increase of 57% this year. Sports. So the next financial year marks a red-letter chapter in the history of sports for Meghalaya. Our state has been entrusted with the honor of hosting the 39th National Games in 2027. This is a moment of pride, responsibility, and national recognition for Meghalaya. More than 10,000 athletes, including future Olympians and Asian Games medalists, will come to Meghalaya for the first time to compete on our soil. Nearly 8,000 local volunteers, our youth, will gain invaluable exposure by becoming active partners in the conduct of the Games. This will be a memorable edition of the National Games, with Meghalaya hosting the maximum number of disciplines and select events held in other northeastern states, reinforcing the sense of a shared regional experience. During this period, our local economy, tourism, transport, hospitality, small businesses, artists, and service providers will witness unprecedented activity, generating nearly 30,000 indirect employment opportunities across the state. I propose an allocation of 210 crores for the conduct of the National Games. Several large projects, including the JN Sports Complex at Shillong and PS Sangma Sports Complex at Tura, will be completed in the next financial year. We are constructing the Maukhanu Football Stadium, India's largest dedicated football stadium with a seating capacity of 40,000. At Umtham Riboy district, we are developing India's first international standard slalom course, a landmark achieved in sports in the country. International level aquatics and tennis complexes are being constructed at Sauli, and youth hostels are being constructed at Shillong and Tura. I propose an allocation of 400 crores for sports infrastructure development. Honorable Speaker, sir, we are preparing our athletes to achieve excellence. Support is being provided to all sports associations to hire coaches and buy best-in-class equipments. To motivate young athletes, we have approved the Meghalaya Outstanding Sportspersons Direct Appointment Policy 2025 and the service rules so that medal winners in select events can immediately get government jobs. Sir, keeping in view the scale of ambition, infrastructure, expansion, athlete development, and successful hosting of the National Games, I propose a total budgetary allocation of 844 crores for the Department of Sports and Youth Affairs in 2026-27, a 104% increase over this year. Youth and creative economy. We stand at a demographic advantage, unmatched by any state in India. This government recognizes that our youth are naturally inclined towards sports, arts, music, and the wider creative sector. Accordingly, we are implementing some of India's most innovative programs to build a creative economy. Under the CM Meghalaya Grassroots Music Program, about 8,000 musicians and other artists from across the state have been given a platform to showcase their talent and earn additional income. Hello Meghalaya is a dedicated avenue for the youth to produce and share content in Khasi, Garo, Pnar, and other local languages. In just 2 years, Hello Meghalaya has been downloaded more than 4.5 lakh times and has over 1,000 contents to stream. Through this initiative, we offer financial incentives of up to 20 lakhs per film and 18,000 per month for digital content creators. Through Yes Meghalaya program, government has empowered 1,500 youth groups, representing nearly 10,000 members, for the continued implementation of their novel initiatives. I am allocating 65 crores for 2026-2027. Providing world-class exposure to our youth is a necessity. The Chief Minister's Youth Exchange Program continues to identify talented youth in various sectors who are then sent for exposure visits and learning programs to different parts of the country and internationally. I target to support 30,000 youths over the next 3 years, and I'm allocating 20 crores for this purpose in 2026-27. So with sustained efforts, Meghalaya has emerged amongst the top 3 concert destinations in India. We will continue this momentum and make Meghalaya the music capital of the country. Street music festivals will be hosted at Shillong and Tura to provide a bigger platform for the local artists in the next financial year. In 2026-27, we will also set up a world-class film institute in Shillong and a music institute at Tura. I am allocating an amount of 145 crores for supporting these youth engagement programs. Entrepreneurship and skilling. Entrepreneurship and skilling are the twin pillars for youth empowerment. Since 2018, we have created over 15,000 jobs by supporting 4,500 businesses in Prime and CM Elevate. Through 716 training centers, we have trained over 51,000 youths in the last 4 years, which has created more than 13,000 livelihoods and employment opportunities. We have facilitated overseas placement of 60 nurses in Japan and Singapore. These nurses are Meghalaya's global ambassadors and are contributing to our economy through remittance amounting to 1 lakh per person per month. For 2026-27, CM Elevate will continue to support agriculture, livestock, sericulture and mobility entrepreneurs. Our 2,000 small businesses will be provided with a subsidy of 50,000 covering existing shops, SAGs and enterprises across both urban and rural areas. I'm also happy to introduce 6 new schemes under CM Elevate: green taxis, Meghalaya Adventure Tourism, poly houses, agriculture collective centers, cold storages and fish ponds, with subsidies ranging from 50% to 75%. Skilling continues to be our priority. Under CM Skilling Mission, already 30,000 youths have been trained, and another 70,000 will be trained by 2028. For 2026-27, I want to see that the benefits of skilling reach every village in the state. I have set a target to train at least 10 youths in every village. Similarly, I want the benefits of placements abroad to reach every nook and corner of our state. Over the next 2 years, we will work to place 10 professionals from every block in overseas roles in Japan, Germany, Singapore, UK, and other countries. I am happy to inform the August House that the construction of Meghalaya Skills and Innovation Hub at New Shillong has started. In 2026-27, we will initiate the construction of Skills and Innovation Hub at Tura as well. To support entrepreneurship, skills and innovation, I am proposing 241 crores. Investment, promotion and private sector development. Sir, private investment is becoming a key driver for creating employment opportunities in the state. In the last 3 years, 1,761 crores worth of private investment has been grounded, while investments worth 2,638 crores are in advanced stages of consideration. These investments are expected to generate 5,500 jobs. The impact of private investments can be illustrated through the successful operationalization of Varun Beverages in Mendipathar, North Garo Hills, where an investment of 340 crores, 500 local people have been employed. Our focused support to investors has helped Meghalaya secure the position of a top achiever in business entry reforms under Government of India's Business Reform Action Plan 2024. In the coming years, we plan to build on this momentum and continue to attract private sector investments of about 3,000 crores. Of this, 2,000 crores is expected in the 2,000 crores is expected in the hospitality sector for construction of a world-class convention center and 4 new 5-star hotels. Another 1,000 crores is expected in food processing and other green industries. The bamboo-based industry will source raw materials from local farmers and employ local youth, creating a multiplier effect on the economy. Altogether, these projects will create around 6,000 employment opportunities across multiple sectors. To promote industrial growth, I am earmarking 62 crores as an incentive package for small and medium industries. The total budget for the Commerce and Industries Department for 2026-2027 stands at 200 crores. Climate resilient green economy. Meghalaya's community-centric climate adaptation efforts, including the protection of vulnerable catchment areas under Meg Arise project, the Spring Mapping Initiative, and the climate adaptive community-based water harvesting projects have been lauded and highlighted in the Economic Survey 2025-26 tabled in Parliament by the Union Finance Minister. This recognition reaffirms that our path for balancing ecology with economy is the right one. Today, we are running the country's largest statewide payment for ecosystem services program, the Green Meghalaya Plus. We are recognized as a leader in accessing carbon markets. We have planted over 30,000 hectares of new forest in the last 8 years, and several programs for catchment protection and impounding precious water sources are being taken up at a large scale. The government is standing by its promise of paying communities every year for the protection of forest. 3,000 beneficiaries will be paid their entitlements every February so that this money can be used for children's education and productive purposes. I am allocating 50 crores for Green Meghalaya Plus. To promote water conservation, as enunciated in the Meghalaya Water Policy 2019, a rooftop rainwater harvesting initiative will be introduced in 2026-27. The program will support the installation of rooftop rainwater collection systems by offering up to 25% subsidy for private buildings. I am allocating an amount of 5,572 rupees for building a climate resilient Meghalaya, which includes allocation for afforestation, maintenance of existing plantation, water harvesting projects, direct benefit transfers, and all the climate-related initiatives. Urban transformation. As cities grow, issues like waste management, congestion, and sprawl inevitably emerge. The government has responded to each challenge in a systematic manner. More than 50% of the legacy waste that had been lying for decades at the Martin, Shillong, and Rongkon Songtal Tura landfill sites have now been remediated. Hawkers in Shillong are being relocated to organized spaces in a dignified manner. Creating development initiatives in Shillong, Tura, and Jowai are underway, with government land being repurposed for public projects. The Stem school bus system has been institutionalized, providing much needed relief to thousands of children and parents. Government land settlements have been successfully completed in Williamnagar and initiated in Tura. Several of the projects under the Shillong Smart City have been operationalized. In 2026-27, the new Shillong City will become operational. This includes the historic shift of the Legislative Assembly, the opening of the Unity Mall, IT Park Phase 2, Umsauli Sports Complex, Maukhanu Events Ground, and 24 kilometers of road network. Several PPP projects and 2 government projects, the Police Reserve at an estimated of 300 crores and Central Jail with a cost of 280 crores will be initiated. I am happy to inform the August House that the construction of the new Assembly Secretariat building is progressing at a remarkable pace. The construction of additional Secretariat complex at Tura has also begun. The integrated administrative complex at Jowai is nearing completion. In 2026-27, several major redevelopment projects in Shillong will be completed, including Barrick Point redevelopment, Wards Lake Promenade development, Polo Riverfront project, and ongoing multi-level parking lots. New projects will be initiated across the state, including the Malki Shopping Complex, the Umolong Market, Nongstoin Market, the expansion of Najang Bazar Market, and the Tura City Park. Municipal areas in Jowai, Williamnagar, Resu, Bakmara will also receive a comprehensive facelift. The relocation of hawkers in Shillong will be completed next year, and we will begin the process in Tura and Jowai as well. Another key vision I have for next year is clean cities. As we gear up for the national games and as tourists gather at Shillong, Tura and Jowai, I want to see our cities become more vibrant, colorful and litter-free. Efforts for cleaning of urban water bodies, including Wamukra, Umshirpi, Ringre and Mintudu, will be strengthened. Meghalaya is home to the cleanest river in the country and the cleanest village in Asia. I look forward to the day when we can proudly call one of our cities the cleanest city in India. I am allocating an amount of 1,540 crores for the urban sector, an increase of 12.1% from this year. Increase public investment. Public investment will continue to be the engine of growth for Meghalaya. In the next financial year, our focus on leveraging grant-like funding windows from Government of India will continue. Under SASCI, I am estimating the expenditures to go up to 4,500 crores, which is 67% increase from the current financial year. I am estimating the centrally sponsored schemes and central sector schemes expenditure to be 6,833 crores. For the next Finance Commission period, we target new EAPs worth 15,000 crores in the sectors of road, power, healthcare, urban and human development. 10 commitments of Mission 10. It is my firm belief that the gains of our economic progress must reach every Meghalayan and every region of our state. Our government's 10 commitments reflects this dedication, and we will achieve these by 2032, when the state celebrates its Diamond Jubilee. Improve connectivity and mobility. Sir, improved connectivity and seamless mobility remains the foundational pillar of development for Meghalaya. In the last 8 years, the state has significantly strengthened its road infrastructure by adding 2,400 kilometers of new roads, upgrading and augmenting another 2,357 kilometers, and constructing 2,800 running meters of bridges, all through state resources. From central government funds, a total of 877 kilometers of roads has been developed. Our flagship externally aided project, Meghalaya Integrated Transport Project, has achieved 95% completion. Building on the success of MITP, 2,500 crores has been sanctioned for the Meghalaya Logistics and Connectivity Improvement Project. The following key corridors have been prioritized for development under MLCIP in the coming year. Songsak Mendipatar, Umsning Jagi Road, Veloy Mosanram, up to Flangman Broy, Adogri Kambegri to Purakasya, and upgradation of Dikia Sutunga, Saipung, Pala up to Semasi. Additional large projects which will drive economic growth are being initiated, including upgradation of Nongstoin Mawet Nongjri Road at a cost of 383 crores. Mauplang Balat Ranikor Road at a cost of 280 crores. And the Chokpot to Karukol Road at a cost of 136 crores. I am allocating an overall amount of 1,982 crores for the construction of new road infrastructure and 492 crores for maintenance of roads in 2026-27, an increase of 19% from this year. Over the past 8 years, under PMGSY, more than 3,000 300 kilometers. Under PMGSY, more than 3,300 kilometers of roads have been completed, providing linkages to 280 previously unconnected villages. An additional 329 habitations have been identified for the upcoming phase of PMGSY 4, scheduled to begin next year. To further strengthen last-mile connectivity, the Chief Minister's Rural Connectivity Scheme was initiated, with a focus on suspension footbridges for remote settlements. In the first phase, work is progressing well on 9 such bridges, costing approximately 24 crores. I am introducing a new component under the CM Rural Connect program for blacktopping of selected internal roads in every block. I am allocating 43 crores to blacktop 100 kilometers of roads in 2026-27. Strengthening air connectivity will be a game changer for Meghalaya. The expansion of Umroi Airport runway from 1829 to 2400 meters will be initiated by Airport Authority of India soon. For 2026-27, I am allocating an amount of 150 crores for Umroi Airport. In our efforts to improve connectivity in the Garo Hills region, we have handed over Baljek Airport in Tura to Airport Authority to enable its full operationalization. I am allocating an amount of 50 crores for this purpose. Pipe drinking water for all. The government has achieved 83% household coverage under Jal Jeevan Mission and is on track to expanding the coverage of piped drinking water to all rural households. However, few challenges exist in some areas. Given the large scale and complex implementation of the project, an interdepartmental approach is put in place to strengthen water management and conservation. For 2026-27, I am allocating 150 crores for state share of JJM and 150 crores for taking up various source sustainability and catchment protection measures. Major projects such as Greater Sora Water Supply Scheme and Greater Bakmara Phase 1 Water Supply Scheme have been successfully completed. After 17 years, water has finally reached the water treatment plant under the Greater Shillong Water Supply Scheme Phase 3, marking a significant milestone. The construction of the ambitious Greater Tura Water Supply Scheme and the new Shillong Water Supply Scheme Phase 1 are steadily progressing. The William Nagar Water Supply Scheme Phase 1, Greater Ampati Water Supply Scheme and Nongstoin Water Supply Scheme are at various stages of completion. I am allocating 571 crores for large water supply schemes. I am happy to announce that in 2026-27, construction of William Nagar Water Supply Scheme Phase 2 at a cost of 189 crores and the Greater Bakmara Water Supply Scheme Phase 2 at a cost of 140 crores will be initiated. Reliable and quality power supply. In power, power is one of the key sectors which is instrumental for the development of our state. Over the last 5 years, the power generating stations availability has improved from 83.6% to 93.4%. Additionally, 33 new substations, over 2,200 kilometers of new HT lines, and nearly 2,700 new distribution transformers have been added. The Ganol hydroelectric project is fully operational and is generating 60 million units annually. The comprehensive reforms in the power sector have helped to ensure that there is no scheduled load shedding in the last 2 years. I am proud to share that Meghalaya has been ranked 7th in the Rating Regulatory Performance of States and Union Territories 2025. Sir, key projects such as renovation, modernization and upgradation of Umiam Stage 3 are expected to be completed by June 2026. Ryangdo Hydropower Project is targeted for completion by June 2028. 3 recently awarded private hydro projects with a capacity of 308 megawatts will bring nearly 2,600 crore of investment into Meghalaya and provide 160 million units of free power to the state once completed. We have strengthened the transmission network across the state through 220 kV backbone expansion, which improved power supply to Shillong and other key areas. New substations at Nongpo and upgradation at Nehu will be completed by March 2027, while Maukunu and Maulai will follow by December 2027. The ADB-funded Meghalaya Power Distribution Sector Improvement Project and revamped distribution sector scheme will be completed by 2027. To ensure reliable power supply to Garo Hills region, we will introduce redundancy in Nongal Bibra substation through a proposed 140 km, 220 kV Nongal Bibra Sora line. These initiatives will bring us closer to the commitment of reliable and uninterrupted power supply to all. State government will continue to support power sector through both capital infusion and taking over the losses of DISCOM in 2026-27. I am allocating an amount of 1,123 crores for 2026-27. High-speed internet connectivity. So Meghalaya is steadily gaining recognition as a growing IT hub in the Northeast. This momentum is supported by key initiatives such as identifying ITES as a priority sector under the Meghalaya Industrial and Investment Promotion Policy 2024, establishing technology parks, and hosting the first regional AI policy summit here in Shillong. We launched the Bhashini Hackathon, which focuses on training language models in Khasi and Garo, preserving and promoting our linguistic heritage. In 2026-27, Phase 2 of Shillong Tech Park and Tura Tech Park will be made operational. The two new tech parks will cumulatively lead to the creation of additional 4,000 direct employment and 11,000 indirect employment opportunities. Digital inclusion remains central to all our efforts. Today, nearly 97% of villages are connected with telecom network, and we aspire to cover the remaining villages and improve the bandwidth in the coming years. Last mile connectivity and broadband services are being strengthened in partnership with PowerTel using the transmission network of MEPTCL. To advance digital learning, the CM Digital Learning Aid Scheme has already provided tablet PCs to almost 2 lakh learners since 2021-22. For the next year, another 35,000 students will benefit from this program. I am allocating 149 crores for the IT sector for 2026-27. Housing. In the last 3 years, the performance under PMAY Grameen has been extraordinary. We achieved an impressive 73% completion rate, with 1.37 lakh houses already built out of the target of 1.88 lakhs. In 2026-27, we will complete the remaining 50,000 houses, ensuring 100% achievement for the current registered beneficiaries. With the 5 years extension of PMAYG, we aim to ensure that all previously unregistered beneficiaries who were left out of the scheme will now receive housing support. I expect that in the next 3 years, we will be able to achieve saturation of housing in the rural areas of the state. I am happy to inform that PMAY Urban 2.0 will be implemented across 13 towns: Shillong, Jowai, Nongpo, Mairang, Nongstoin, Tura, Bakmara, Williamnagar, Resubelpara, Mokurwat, Sora, Clariat, and Ampati. From state resources, we will initiate the construction of affordable housing complexes in all urban areas to support economically weaker sections of society. 1,000 units will be constructed at New Shillong and another 1,000 units in Tura, Jowai, and other urban areas. I am allocating an amount of 100 crores for affordable housing in 2026-27. I am also allocating an amount of 70 crores for the Chief Minister's Housing Assistance Program for 2026-27. Affordable healthcare for all. Sir, health for all is more than just a policy priority for me. It is a commitment that I hold deeply. We are the only state in the country spending close to 9% of its budget on health, as recommended by 15th Finance Commission. At 7,690 rupees per capita, Meghalaya's investment in healthcare is more than twice the national average of 3,169. Our investments have ensured that over the last 5 years, the number of maternal deaths have come down from 244 in 2020-21 to an estimated 103 in 2025-26. And the infant mortality has reduced from 37.1 to 23.7 during the same period. This translates to about 1,300 lives of mothers and children saved every year. I am allocating 140 crores for CM SMS in 2026-27. Sir, the government is committed to improving the physical infrastructure for health in the state. In 2026-27, the expansion of Shillong Civil Hospital will be taken up, and I express my deep gratitude to the Red Cross Society for agreeing to transfer the land to government for this expansion. We have also completed the construction of Umnyang Brunei Parilla MCH in Ribhoi and Nongstoin MCH in West Khasi Hills, which will be inaugurated shortly. Resubelpara Civil Hospital and Mahendraganj MCH will be completed in 2026-27. In the last 2 years, we have completed construction of 151 sub-centers, and another 106 sub-centers will be completed in 2026-27, enabling us to take health services closer to our rural population. Sir, I am happy to inform this august House that the Shillong Medical College is now operational with 50 seats. This is a significant landmark for medical education in Meghalaya. Further, we are working to operationalize Tura Medical College soon. During my visit to Bakmara on Meghalaya Day, I visited the Bakmara Civil Hospital and made a commitment to convert it into a model hospital. I am allocating an amount of 20 crores to initiate this project in 2026-27. Our Meghalaya Health Insurance Scheme is benefiting 6.6 lakh families. Allocation for the scheme is being increased to 258 crores, a 44% increase for the next year. This investment translates to an average investment of 3,900 rupees per family. The overall allocation to health and family welfare for 2026-27 is 2,472 crores, including 1,822 crores from the state's resources. Nutrition and early childhood development. Sir, one of the biggest themes for deliberation in this year's cabinet retreat was nutrition and stunting. Over the last few years, initiatives taken under the Early Childhood Development Mission are showing some results. However, more urgent steps are needed. Taking into account the inputs of all the field officials, I am launching a 1,000-day mission to address stunting and child malnutrition. We will ensure that no young child born in Meghalaya faces the burden of stunting and malnutrition. To achieve this, I am allocating 127 crores. Meghalaya's adoption of early childhood development is being recognized as a scalable model. Our nutrition commitment is anchored in the Supplementary Nutrition Program, which currently supports over 4.3 lakh beneficiaries. So far, 1,328 Anganwadi centers are upgraded to provide comprehensive services for all-round development of the children. I propose to construct 600 new Anganwadi centers cum creches and upgrade another 820 Anganwadi centers in 2026-27. I am allocating an amount of 244 crores to strengthen nutrition for the next financial year. Joyful and quality learning at all levels. Sir, even with the persistent challenges in the education sector, our focus has remained clear: to create classrooms where learning is joyful and meaningful, and to steadily strengthen learning outcomes. To support primary and secondary education, we have upgraded the physical infrastructure of over 2,000 government schools, completed 2 Eklavya model residential schools, and initiated construction of 29 Eklavya model residential schools. We will initiate the construction of the balance 7 EMRS in the next financial year. My government has taken landmark steps in higher education, beginning with the establishment of Meghalaya's first state university, Captain Williamson Sangma University, the state's first engineering college in Shillong, and the 21 People's College across the state. For 2026-27, a total of 135 prioritized schools will be taken up for upgradation under Phase 4 of Mission Education. I am allocating an amount of 131 crores for the continued implementation of the mission. We will also upgrade infrastructure at Captain Williamson Sangma University. I am allocating 30 crores for the same. Sir, we streamlined the disbursement of post-matric scholarship, benefiting over 70,600 eligible students. CM scholarship announced in last budget has been operationalized and witnessed an exceptional response with over 105,000 students registering. We will be releasing post-verification. These students will receive a scholarship of 6,000 on the 6th of March this year. I am allocating 60 crores for the continued implementation of CM scholarship scheme for the next financial year. So teachers are the bedrock of the education system. Owing to complex legacy issues, genuine concerns and grievances of the SSA, ad hoc, and other teachers had remained unresolved. Last year, I made a commitment to the Teachers Association that this government will find a lasting solution to their challenges. Accordingly, after multiple rounds of consultation and taking into account the interests of the teachers and the students, we took a landmark decision to provide a structured pay framework for more than 23,000 fixed pay teachers. To meet this commitment, I have allocated an additional amount of 200 crores. The overall allocation to Education Department for next financial year is 3,347 crores. Effective service delivery and grievance redressal. Sir, effective use of digital technology, e-governance and artificial intelligence is the way forward to improve service delivery in our remote villages. Meghalaya One, CN Connect, and our village data volunteers have reshaped how people access service and raise concerns. Meghalaya is an emerging leader in digital governance. I still remember the time I went to Geneva to receive the WSIS Forum Prize for our e-proposal system that runs the entire governance system today. From the Chief Minister to the lower functionaries of the Secretariat, almost 7,800 people are currently onboarded on the system. This single platform has remarkably improved our efficiency, reducing the average file processing time from 26 days to just 2.5 days. Credit and banking services are critical challenges primarily in rural areas. The state government has deployed a unique interoperable micro ATM technology equipped with voice support in Khasi, Pnar and Garo, ensuring that every citizen, regardless of language or location, can access financial services with dignity and ease. In 2026-27, we will scale up this initiative and make these micro ATMs available to about 1,000 customer service points and business correspondents. I'm also announcing a new scheme to provide financial support to banks to open more branches and expand services in underserved areas. Block development offices are the focal point for access to government programs and services to the rural areas. I am happy to inform you that block integrated development complexes are completed in 28 locations and another 12 are on the verge of completion. The construction of block integrated development complexes at the 10 newly created blocks of Lumshnong, Namdong, Ramrai, Rimuliang, Shalang, Adokri, Siju, Batabari, Purakhasya and Mauhati will be completed in the next financial year. I am allocating an amount of 40 crores for 2026-27 to facilitate this. Better delivery of law and order services requires strong and well-staffed police force and infrastructure. In the last 8 years, we have strengthened the police force by 1,000 and new recruitments of almost 3,000 police vacancies has been completed. The Police Infrastructure Renovation Fund has been successful in improving the office and residential buildings of our strong police force. I am allocating 50 crores to continue these efforts. I also would like to inform the House that the 3,000 police newly recruits, will receive their appointment letter on the 5th of March in the 2nd Battalion. Citizen-centric infrastructure is an essential pillar of our public service commitment. To ensure safe and comfortable lodging of our citizens traveling outside the state, the new Meghalaya House at Bengaluru is under construction. We will also improve the Meghalaya House at Delhi and Vellore. My vision for citizen-centric service delivery is simple. No citizen should have to visit multiple departments to access basic services. In the next financial year, all services will be digitally available on single digital platforms of the government, Meghalaya One. CM Connect centers, which will serve as one-stop shop for delivery of citizen services, will be operational in all the blocks and district headquarters. The strong cadre of our 1,300 village data volunteers who are already recruited will proactively go to every household and deliver services at the doorstep, wherever required. I'm allocating an amount of 60 crores to achieve a transformation in citizen delivery. Caring and empowering state, strengthening youth, women and the vulnerable. So the government is ensuring that no one is left behind in our growth journey. Among the early commitments MDA government fulfilled 8 years ago was streamlining pension payments for senior citizens, single mothers and differently abled people. The CM Care program now benefits 1,23,000 citizens. I am allocating an amount of 102 crores for continuation of this program in 2026-27. Under the DREAM mission, under the DREAM initiative, we are addressing rising substance use challenges through strong enforcement, community participation, and expanding rehabilitation centers. I am targeting that every citizen in the state should have every district in the state should have one rehabilitation center. We will also endeavor to establish a National Institute of Social Defense Center in Meghalaya, which will strengthen the state's efforts. The establishment of this center was one of the suggestions our beloved Member of Parliament, late Dr. Ricky Sinkon, had given. I am pleased to announce that we will be establishing active aging centers in the next financial year. These centers will serve as intergenerational spaces where seniors and children come together for shared learning and care. Each center will offer wellness and recreation for older adults, early learning and creative activities for children, and joint programs such as storytelling, music, craft, local heritage, and community service. I am allocating an amount of 20 crores for this initiative. Sir, the government's sensitive and caring approach to handling every issue is evident in the smooth closure of Maumulu Chera Cement Limited. All the 209 employees are being paid their committed dues, and I'm allocating 27.2 crores as the final tranche of financial assistance for the next financial year. Focus Plus is our flagship program for our producers. Fulfilling my commitment of providing 5,000 untied benefit to the enrolled producers, we have released backlog installments to about 93,000 verified beneficiaries this year. The registration of new beneficiaries in accordance with the Family ID framework has been initiated. I am allocating 175 crores for Focus Plus program in 2026-27. Self-help groups play a crucial role, and my government has accelerated the self-help group mobilization covering all the villages in the state. The cumulative support provided to these groups in the form of community investment fund stands at 415 crores, and credit linkage stands at 756 crores. In the last 2 years, 40,126 enterprises have been set up by our self-help women, creating livelihood and employment opportunities at the village level. Believing in the strength of our SHG movement, we have set ourselves a target of graduating 10,000 self-help group women to millionaires with an annual income of more than 10 lakhs by 2028. MGNREGA is playing an important role in supporting livelihood in rural areas of Meghalaya. In the last 8 years, we have infused more than 9,100 crores in the rural economy through this program. In 2024-25, each of the 6.15 lakh active job card holders received an average DPT of 17,300 rupees in their bank account. I extend my deep appreciation to all the village employment councils whose commitment and hard work have made this progress possible. To address the structural limitations of MGNREGA, Government of India enacted the Viksit Bharat Guarantee of Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin, VBG Ramji Act 2025, under which the number of guaranteed employment days has now increased from 100 to 125. I am allocating 800 crores to this program, an increase of 20% from this year. Our state's 7,000 plus villages hold immense natural and economic potential. Building on this strength, I am introducing a multi-sector initiative, Chief Minister's Model Village Scheme, to develop selected villages into vibrant growth hubs spanning agriculture, floriculture, organic farming, sericulture, apiculture, aquaculture, and livestock sectors. To support this effort in the coming year, I am allocating a budget of 28 crores. Sir, given the inherent structure of participatory governance in our state, I am pleased to announce that we will be reviving and strengthening the erstwhile Community Development Scheme with increased budgetary allocation and more flexible design. I am allocating a budget provision of 30 crores for this scheme. Further, to empower our community institutions, we will launch a fellowship program for our traditional elders, Rangbash Nongs, Dolois, and Nokmas. This fellowship will provide national and global exposure and recognition to our community leaders. Budget estimates 2026-2027. So for 2026-27, I have estimated the total receipts at 32,000 crores, of which the revenue receipts are estimated at 26,583 crores, and capital receipts at 5,417 crores. Excluding borrowing of 5,379 crores, the total receipts are estimated to be 26,621 crores. On the expenditure side, I have estimated the total expenditure at 32,023 crores, of which the revenue expenditure is estimated at 21,812 crores and capital expenditure at 10,211 crores. Excluding payments of loan, 2,731 crores, the estimated total expenditure is 29,293 crores. Interest payments of 2026-27 are estimated at 1,540 crores and pension payments at 1,980 crores. The revenue surplus is 4,771 crores and the closing balance is 714 crores. I am therefore presenting the budget for 2025-26 with a fiscal deficit of 2,600 for 26-27 with a fiscal deficit of 2,672 crores, which is around 3.5% of GSDP. I am delighted to highlight that the fiscal deficit has been maintained at the permissible limit of 3.5%. Sir, along with the main budget document, I am presenting the climate, the youth, the gender, and the SDG budgets. The size of the climate budget of 2026-27 is 5,572 crores, an increase of 2.8 over 25-26. The youth budget stands at 4,824 crores, an increase of 45%. Gender budget stands at 6,849 crores, an increase of 10%. To conclude, sir, I would like to place before this August House 5 thoughts that define the Meghalaya of today. Today's Meghalaya is stable, aspirational, collaborative, caring, and sustainable. A stable Meghalaya that is growing rapidly with strong fiscal discipline and a secure economic future anchored in continuity and responsible governance. An aspirational Meghalaya where we are building world-class infrastructure and our people rise confidently onto national and global platforms of excellence. A collaborative Meghalaya where development is shaped through dialogue powered by communities and strengthened by collective participation. A caring Meghalaya which is placing every citizen at the heart of policy, ensuring dignity, opportunity, and long-term security for all. A sustainable Meghalaya, which is advancing prosperity while protecting and nurturing our natural and cultural heritage for generations to come. I would like to conclude with a Garo couplet, which is called Agan Meapa. Manigapa bolong adeng, singapa dopa trung, which broadly translates to walk the winding path with steadiness, with the wisdom of the wise birds, to strive relentlessly to fulfill the vision. Mr. Chairman, sir, with these words, I now commend the budget to this August House. Kublai, Mathela, and Jai Hind.